welcome to this place in paradise. Is the microphone working? Can you hear me? Thank you. No, it's better. Thank you. I'm Kento Michael Lipaz, and I cannot tell you how privileged I am and honored to be standing here with this lovely couple of us and with all of you here in this place in paradise. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely magnificent. I want to welcome you all for coming here. I know many of you made a long pilgrimage from New York and Florida and Connecticut and I believe in Arizona and even from the valley. Yeah, I have to tell you that I came here also on a long pilgrimage. I just arrived 2 hours ago from snowy Colorado, from 9,000 feet above sea level, down to 80 degrees here in sunny California. How happy I am to be back here. It's absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous place, and I know Hagar searched a lot to find this place. And for me, it's first time to be here. And I'm absolutely amazed at the beauty, and amazed at the beauty of this bride that we have here. I equate this marriage to two streams of water coming from different mountains. We know that Michael came from an Italian background and Hagar comes from a Jewish Israeli background. And it's like two streams of water coming down, trickling down the different mountains and come to a big valley and create a gushing river. And that's how this marriage will be. They'll bring all their beautiful ingredients and attributes to this marriage. We are going to do marriage here following the Jewish tradition, but actually it's following a tradition of old, from ancient time, when we were still, all these symbols come from desert time, when we were nomads in the desert traveling. By the way, I know people are here from different religions. We have Christians and Jewish, but we all one people under God. And all these symbols really are mutual to all of us. You see this beautiful canopy, what we call the chuppah. This is the symbol of this couple's first spiritual home. And what a better place to have a spiritual home here on top of the mountain. It's like our forefather Abraham, who had a tent in the desert. And he had openings on all sides. And the openings were for people to come. When they come, they don't have to struggle to find the entrance or to find where we are. Like here, we have 3 gates to come into this, and I'm sure some of you missed the entry. In Abraham's house, there was no mistake. Everybody knew how to come in, and that's how their spiritual home will be open to all of you. So after the wedding, you're all invited to their home. We will start the ceremony with the couple, the bride and groom, doing 7 circles around each other, 3 and 3 and 1. And this is to symbolize, first of all, 7 days of creation. Marriage is continuation of creation. And this is a symbol of this creation, great creation of the earth. And they will also circle each other to mix their spiritual spheres together. So there's no boundary between them. So the bride will start to turn around the groom as I sing an evening of roses. Fragrance and frankincense will be a threshold to your feet. ערב של שושנים נצאנה אל הבוסתן מור בסמים ולבונה לרגלך מפתן לילה יורד לאט ברוח שושן נושבה אהבה אל חש לך שיר בלט זמר של אהבה
לילה יורד מעט, ורוח שושן נושבה, הווה אל חש לך שיר בלט, זמר של אהבה, זמר של אהבה, זמר של אהבה. One turn together. זמר של אהבה.
Okay, we made it. This is so beautiful. Your dress is absolutely magnificent. And when you came down here and the sun was shining through your veil, it was so magnificent to see this fairy come down the mountain. It's absolutely gorgeous. You know why brides wear veils? Anybody knows? Well, I'll let you know. I'm going to tell you. We have many symbols here that we share, and then I'll share with you as much as I can. The veil is, first of all, the separation between the old and the new. And there's a story about the veil. Our forefather Jacob, when he fell in love with young Rachel, he came to her father and asked to marry her. Jacob was working as a shepherd to Rachel's father, Laban. And in those days, we used to acquire our brides, acquire them with gold and silver, or give a half a herd of sheep or camels to the father in order to acquire the bride. So Laban asked Jacob, well, how much will you pay me for my daughter? So he said, well, you know, I'm a shepherd boy. I'm working for you. I'm poor. So I don't have anything to give you. So he said to him, you know what? You'll work for me for 7 years. So he did. And when the marriage came to consummation, when he unveiled her, those days they had very thick veil. When he unveiled her, he found out that it wasn't her. It was her older sister Leah. So, can you imagine? He didn't have a good lawyer to sue her father. So he came to the father with complaint. So the father said, you know, Leah is the oldest sister, and she has to marry first. In those days, we could have more than one wife. Can you imagine that? So he had to marry Leah. But he said to him, if you want Rachel still, you have to work for me another 7 years. And so he did. Nowadays, the brides come with a veil that is a see-through veil. That actually you can see the merchandise that you acquired. So now, Michael will unveil his beautiful bride and lift up the veil, and say, is this her?
Is this her?
Yes.
Looks like her.
We're gathered here this evening to celebrate the coming together of two lives. We are here to witness this man, Michael, and this woman, Hagar, uniting in marriage. This commitment should not be entered into lightly, but with certainty, mutual respect, a sense of reverence, and perpetuity. As you enter this union, your belief that marriage is a partnership between equal individuals with common goals, hopes, and dreams gives your lives special meaning and fulfillment. Learn to respect your individual outlooks. Share your thoughts, experiences, and dreams with one another, and cherish the intimacy and understanding that comes with the passage of time. Your love for one another and your willingness to accept each other's strong points and weaknesses with understanding and respect will help cement the foundation for a strong and lasting marriage. May the love with which you join hearts and hands today never fail, but grow deeper with every year you spend together.
ברוכים הבאים בשם אדוני, ברוכים הבאים בשם אדוני, מי אדיר על הכל, מי ברוך על הכל, מי גדול, מי גדול על הכל, הוא יברך את החתן ואת הכלה. O most awesome, glorious, and blessed God, grant your blessings to the bride and groom, surrounded by loved ones, whose joy and prayers are with you here. You stand at this chuppah, a symbol of the first spiritual home. May your home be a shelter against the storm, a haven of peace, a stronghold of faith and love. At every joyous occasion in our tradition, we recite the blessing which we call the Shehriyana. We praise you, our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us, and brought us to this day of our joy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Amen. In this union, the sacred work of creation goes on. Man and woman were created in the divine image. May the union of Michael and Hagar animate the divine in each of them, and may each help the other to grow in God's likeness. At this time, the bride and groom will share the first goblet of wine together. To that sanctification cup, the Kiddush cup. And I'll say the blessing. First in English, we praise you, Adonai, God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. And we say Amen. And you drink from it. And now with a firm hand, not shaky, share it with your beautiful bride here. You can get that a little more. I think she needs
Need more?
I won't deny it. We're good now.
Okay. May I have it back?
We didn't get any on the dress. That's good.
That's important, very important. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו והתיר לנו את הנישואים והנשואות לנו על ידי חופה וקידושין. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש עמו ישראל על ידי חופה וקידושין. These are the ancient Hebrew words which say we praise you, our God, ruler of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, with commandments, and consecrates this marriage. We praise God who sanctifies our people through Kiddushin, the sacred rite of marriage at the chuppah. When I met with this beautiful, lovely couple, we talked about marriage and love and responsibility to each other. And I asked them questions. I asked Michael, really, why do you want to spend the rest of your life with this beautiful woman, Hagar? And I asked the same question of Hagar. So they gave me very good answers. But I asked them if they like to tell us in public why they really want to do that. Would you have something to say to your bride, Michael?
I do.
Oh, he does.
You're good. Hagar, since the moment we first met, you have shown me what real love looks like, feels like, and sounds like. My first vow to you is to do the same for you, for all of our years. I promise that same love. I vow to you my deepest love, my fullest devotion, and my undivided attention, always. I promise to love you without condition and without reservation. I will celebrate your triumphs, and I will mourn your losses as if they were my own. I promise to listen to you, learn from you, support support you and accept your support. I will always have faith in our love. I will always be there, steadfast by your side, regardless of what life may bring us. Turn to your left, and you will find me. Turn to your right, and I will be there. I will always be there to steady you when you stumble, and to catch you when you fall. On this day, my hand is yours to hold, and my heart is forever yours to keep.
You did good, boy. You did good, boy.
I had a hard time reading over the camera.
That is lovely, Michael. Lovely. Lovely. Hey, do you have anything by any chance to say?
I didn't know that we were doing this.
Somebody gave me here something that you prepared, I think. I don't know. See, it's your handwriting?
She's a lawyer. She was prepared. Don't make me cry. Again.
It's a little bit long.
Okay.
Michael, from the first moment I saw you, curly afro and all, I knew that everything I'd ever done in my life was a stepping stone that had led me to you, to that moment, where a 15-minute study break turned into a 4-hour conversation about life, loss, love, and heartbreak. In the blink of an eye, it seems, my entire world changed. I remember watching your lips and looking into your big, beautiful eyes, and wondering how I'd ever lived a day without you in it. The truth is, I hadn't. Before that day, I'd never known how to be completely secure yet wholly vulnerable, how to be totally rational yet overwhelmingly passionate. But most importantly, I'd never known how to love and be loved so purely, honestly, and completely unconditionally. To me, in that moment and forever since, you have been something bigger and greater than life. To me, in that moment, I knew that I couldn't, and that I wouldn't want to spend another second without you. That kind of certainty comes only once in a lifetime. I want you to know that every single day since that first conversation, I have felt so lucky. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world to have found you, my soulmate. So today, Michael, on our wedding day, I vow this to you. I vow to always be your shoulder to lean on, to help you find your strength when you're weak, to be your ally even when we disagree, and to love you unconditionally and with every piece of me. You are a part of all that I am and all that I am yet to be. I love you.
Can stick it someplace. I'd like you to keep these notes.
Okay, yeah, now you have it in writing.
This is,
It's a contract.
well, let me tell you, I told them that this, I consider, writing notes like this, it means a lot. And I consider it like a good marriage insurance policy. When you are at a low sometimes, life is not a bed of roses. We come up and down like these hills, going up and down. And when we are frustrated, sometimes we get the frustration in our spouse, because it's the first one who is close to us. But we have to remember why we married each other. And when you're at the low, you keep these and you go into this safe box that you left these notes and read them and say, that's why I married you. That's why I vowed to spend the rest of my life with you. And this is like your document of the ketubah that we will talk about a little later. But that's wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing with us. As I said to you before, the ancient tradition was that we acquire our brides. And the symbol of that is giving a bride a ring. A ring which is made of gold or silver. It's something of value. And that's how Jacob had to work 14 years till he got the bride that he wanted. He didn't have the camels or flock of sheep to give her father. and I don't know how many sheep did you give Hagar's dad? Lots of sheep. Well, let me ask you a question. I ask you in the presence of God and this assembly, do you, Michael Barbieri Giacinto, take Hagar Cohen to be your wife, to love, to honor, to cherish? I could hear you.
I do.
Thank you. And do you, Hagar Cohen, take Michael Barbieri Giacinto to be your husband, to love, to honor, to cherish?
I sure do.
Well, Michael and Hagar, they speak the words and will exchange rings that will make you husband and wife. And as I said, the ring is a symbol of love, a symbol of giving authority to each other, to help each other. King Pharaoh gave Joseph a ring to wear on his hands, on his finger, to rule over Egypt, if you remember the stories of the Bible. King Solomon in the Song of Songs wrote, "Wear me as a seal upon your heart, as a seal upon your arm. For love is infinitely strong. Many waters cannot quench love. No flood can sweep it away." Now, the ring bearer we have here, the honorable
The Honorable Lele.
Now let me see the ring that you give her. Wow, this is worth more than 7 camels. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. So, when you recite after me, repeat after me, we'll do the blessings in Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew and in English. So, as you put the ring on Hagar's finger, you say, Hare
Hare
at
at
mekudeshet
Mekudeshet
li
Li
betabaat
Betabaat
zo
So
kedat
Kedat
Moshe.
Moshe.
Now in English, be consecrated to me with this ring
Be consecrated to me with this ring
as my wife,
as my wife,
in keeping
in keeping
with the ancient heritage
with the ancient heritage
of your forefathers.
of your forefathers.
Beautiful. That's fantastic. Now, you give him a ring also, right? So let's repeat the same thing. Wow. Repeat after me. Again. Hare
Hare
ata
ata
mekudash
mekudash
li betabat
betabat
zo kedat
kedat
Moshe
Moshe
Israel.
Beisai.
Be consecrated to me with this ring
Be consecrated to me with this ring
as my husband,
as my husband,
and keeping
and in keeping
in the heritage of Moses and Israel.
in the heritage of Moses and Israel.
Fabulous.
I do.
10 camels, she says. That marriage is a constant work. Remember, as I addressed you at the beginning, you have to continually work on this marriage and keep it going in love and harmony and share all these sad and happy things together. Michael, you told me that you wanted to sing a love song to you. It's something that you told me about how you think about. Okay, maybe I'll sing it for you.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
Because of you, there's a song in my heart. Because of you, my romance had its start. Because of you, the sun will shine. The moon and stars will say you're mine. Forever and never to part. I only live for your love and your kiss. It's paradise to be near you like this. Because of you, my life is now worthwhile, and I can smile because of you.
Thank you. In ancient time, now you can hold hands. In ancient time, as in today's days, we have a certificate that we call a ketubah. It's a note of matrimony. It started actually about 2,000 years ago in Spain, where people got married. And it was a prenuptial agreement where the husband signs in front of two witnesses, as Michael did today, that what he will do for his beautiful wife, how he will take care of her, etc., etc. This is a beautiful document and really the style of ancient, on parchment, style of ancient time. And it says in Hebrew on one side and in English on the other side, and I'll read to you the English. Under this chuppah, this canopy, before God and all those present, on the first day of the week, the seventh day of the month of Iyar, in the year 5774, that's according to the Jewish calendar, which corresponds to the 11th day of May in the year 2014, here in Los Angeles, California, USA, Michael Barbieri Giacinto, son of Michael Giuseppe Giacinto, and Barbara Giacinto, and Hagar Cohen, daughter of Shmuel and Nina Cohen, spoke the words and performed the rites which united their lives in the presence of God's blessings. The groom and the bride declared to each other, "Behold, you are consecrated unto me with this ring according to the laws and traditions of Moses and the Jewish people. I will honor, sustain, and support you, and together we will meet life's trials with quiet strength and courage, and embrace life's blessings with wonder, joy, and laughter. Our lives enriched by the tradition of the Jewish faith will embody trust constantly and uncompromised. May there be peace in our home. May be blessed with good fortune, health, and happiness. And may our devotion to faith of Israel ennoble us. May God's sustenance shine upon us, be gracious unto us, and give us peace. Our sacred covenant is valid and binding." And we have the groom and the bride sign it, and the two witnesses signed it, and I signed it too. And this they will hang in a place of honor in the new home together. We praise you, God, ruler of the universe, who creates us to share with you the life's everlasting renewal. We praise you also, God, who causes Zion to rejoice and her children happy return. We praise you, our God, who causes bride and groom to rejoice. May these loving companions rejoice as have your creatures since the days of creation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha, chatan v'kala, gila rina ditza v'chedva, ahava ve'achava, shalom ve'reut, mehera Adonai Eloheinu yishama b'arei Yerushalayim, ובחוצות יהודה כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם, ונערים ממשתה נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן עם כלה. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of joy and gladness, bride and groom, love and kinship, peace and friendship. O God, may there always be heard the sounds of joy and of happiness, the voice of the groom and the voice of the bride, the shouts of young people celebrating, and the songs of children at play. We praise you, our God, who causes the bride and groom to rejoice together. As you have shared the wine from the single cup, so may you, under God's guidance, share contentment, peace, and fulfillment from the cup of life. May you find life's joys heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and each of its moments hallowed by true companionship and love. In the presence of these witnesses, and in keeping with our tradition, you have spoken the words and performed the rites that unite your lives. Michael and Hagar, you are now husband and wife. In the sight of God, the Jewish community, and all the people. And now if you face me, and you can hold it together, and I'll wrap you in this tali.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום, שלום.
May God bless you and keep you. May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God's presence be with you and give you the most precious gift, the gift of peace. And let us all say Amen.
Amen.
There's an old tradition that has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with superstition. It's breaking a glass. Breaking a glass has many symbols. In the Orthodox way, people always try to remember bad things. Like if you ask very pious religious Jews, they say that we cannot have joy without remembering sadness. And the sadness that they refer to is the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. Breaking a glass is very easy to do. Like we can break our lives also. It's very fragile. It's very difficult to put together. So this is a symbol of really to remember how fragile love and life is. Also, breaking a glass is a sign of making a noise to chase away the evil demons that try to shatter our joys. There's a story about a wealthy man whose son was married a beautiful bride. And the wealthy man noticed that the officiant was a bit inebriated. So he picked up a beautiful mantelpiece of glass in his home and broke it in front of the officiant. And he sobered up. And what he said, with joy, there always must be trembling. In the theater, and I come from the opera world, we always, when we don't congratulate each other when we go on stage, what do we say to each other? Break a leg. Or in Italian we say bocca al lupo, right? Just God forbid, give him good luck, because it's kind of contrary can be. So here, I know Michael, he went to your parents' home and he picked up that crystal stuff that they have there in the cabinet. He put it in here to break it. So you'll tell him later what it is. Okay.
Don't worry, Emma.
Yeah, okay.
So, I'll put it here on this stone, the cornerstone of your marriage life, where you circle around it. And when I tell you, you'll put your foot down on it, right? And it will break and will make noise. And as it makes noise, we will all stand up and shout from the bottom of our hearts, congratulations on Mazel Tov, we say, good luck, or oh, good jolly good fellow, whatever you want to do. Or what do we say in Italian? What do we say for congratulations? What do we say?
Bravo.
Bravo. Bravo. You can say bravo too. Now, while we're here now on come get to the corner, people cannot hear us. This might be the last chance you can put your foot down.
That happened a long time ago, though. Okay.
Here.
You will kiss your bride, and you grab her, and you run to the blue yonder. Okay, here we go.
Break things and kiss. I can do that.
That's right. Mazel Tov!